Emmanuel Macron's plan to maneuver himself as leader of Europe could ultimately cause not just his downfall but the end of the European project as a whole. The EU is viewed by most as a democratic union of 27 members. That is what its core treaties say, and that is what its key spokespeople say. However, the bloc, and its predecessor versions, have always relied upon Germany and France as its anchor tenants. It was the French wartime hero and later President Charles de Gaulle who famously told the German Chancellor Konrad Adenauer in 1963 that Europe is France and Germany, the rest are just the trimmings. More than half a century later, de Gaulle's comment is still relevant. At the end of August, German Chancellor Angela Merkel and French President Emmanuel Macron met in a medieval island fortress in the Mediterranean to chart the next steps for the partnership that is the driving force behind the bloc. Inside the walls of Fort de Brégançon, the traditional summer residence of French leaders, the German Chancellor and French President attempted to tackle the most pressing issues on the global agenda. At the same time, Mrs. Merkel was seeking to cement progress on some long-standing objectives, including deciding what relationship Europe should have with a resurgent China, reimagining the shape of the EU after Britain's exit, and carving out a role for Europe as a defense power to match its economic might. A German government source said, both Merkel and Macron are aware that the EU is in a crucial period. And that France and Germany, even though they have different views on a lot of issues, have to stick together. With the German Chancellor standing down this year and Britain out of the bloc completely, Mr. Macron arguably has the potential to become the leader of Europe. It is no secret that the French politician is harboring such ambitions. In November 2019, Mr. Macron traveled to Beijing and met with Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping. As the two leaders posed for pictures, the French head stood in front of the European flag at the People's Palace next to the Chinese leader. This was viewed as highly unusual as Mr. Macron has no formal European Union mandate. A Politico comment piece argued, it appeared to show that, for China at least, the French president is viewed as the leader of Europe.